Mark your calendar, this Friday, a major executive order will reshape how your Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits are delivered. If you rely on any of those, what you'll learn today could directly affect your next check, so stay tuned. Hello friends, I'm your name, and in this video I'm going to walk you through everything we know as of October 2025 about this upcoming executive order, and more broadly, how recent changes are impacting Social Security retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, stimulus-style payments, Medicare, and other financial help for seniors. My goal is to break it down clearly, without jargon, and help you see what steps you can take to protect your benefits. First, why is this so important right now? We've reached a moment when benefit delivery is changing in a big way under presidential authority. An executive order is poised to end paper checks for federal benefit programs, meaning your Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA payments will soon be digital only, either through direct deposit or a prepaid debit card. That's a sweeping shift affecting millions of Americans. Meanwhile, the government is in a partial shutdown, which is delaying key announcements, including the 2026 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, and looming policy proposals may cut eligibility for disability and alter SSI rules. For many seniors living on fixed incomes, these shifts could disrupt your monthly cash flow or your eligibility if you're not prepared. To give you confidence, I've pulled data from the Social Security Administration, reputable news agencies, and advocacy groups. I'll explain how each benefit works, what's changing, and what you can do. If any part raises a question or you want me to dig deeper, write in the comments. I read them and will try to respond. Also, if you find this helpful, please press like and subscribe so we can all stay updated together. Let's begin with Social Security retirement benefits. For 2025, beneficiaries are already receiving a 2.5% cost of living increase, COLA, over the 2024 amount, which was announced last fall. The COLA is computed based on inflation data from the Consumer Price Index. Now, the 2026 COLA has not yet been confirmed. Because of the federal shutdown, the Bureau of Labor Statistics has delayed releasing September's inflation data, which is key to determining the new rate. This delay means the Social Security Administration hasn't set the 2026 percentage yet. Experts are projecting it might land between 2.6% and 2.8%, which for many retirees would mean an extra $50 to $60 a month, or about $600 to $700 extra in a year. One more thing. Under a law signed in 2025, there's a higher standard deduction for seniors age 65 and older that reduces taxable income and may lower the taxes you pay on Social Security benefits, especially for lower and middle-income retirees. Also, people who in the past saw their benefits reduced under the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, or Government Pension Offset, GPO, if they had a government pension, began receiving retroactive payments in 2025, correcting past reductions. Because so many of you rely on that monthly check, it's crucial to monitor the COLA announcement when it comes and plan ahead if your income will stretch more. Now, the big executive order change, as of October 8, 2025, the Treasury Department has stopped issuing paper checks for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments. Recipients must now use electronic payments via direct deposit, bank or credit union, or a prepaid debit card such as Direct Express. If you are relying on paper checks and haven't yet enrolled in an electronic delivery method, you risk delays or even missing payment. There are limited exceptions for people without access to banking or electronic systems, but those exceptions require special arrangements. Advocates are concerned about seniors who lack bank accounts, aren't comfortable with technology, or live in rural areas with limited access. So that executive order is a crossroads moment. Accept digital or take action now to ensure you qualify for an exception. Because the government shutdown is in effect, the Social Security Administration has assured beneficiaries that your current Social Security and SSI payments will continue on schedule. The shutdown does not delay existing payments because they are funded through mandatory spending. However, the shutdown does reduce staffing and service capacity at Social Security offices and may delay non-urgent services like correcting earnings records, benefit adjustments, and proof letters. Acting early is safer. Next, let's talk about SSI, Supplemental Security Income, and SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, two programs for people with low income or disabilities. SSI is a need-based program for people age 65 and older, blind or disabled, who have limited income and assets. In 2025, the maximum SSI benefit is $967 per month for individuals and $1,450 per month for couples. Some rule changes under consideration could treat support from family differently, potentially lowering benefits for hundreds of thousands of SSI recipients who live with friends or family by altering the in-kind support rules. Because the executive order removes paper checks, SSI recipients must also transition to electronic payments. And with the shutdown, SSI payments continue uninterrupted, but service and local office operations may be limited. SSDI, on the other hand, is not need-based, but based on work credits and contributions to the Social Security Trust Fund. SSDI is harder to qualify for because you must meet strict disability standards. One alarming development is a proposed policy change. The administration is reportedly considering removing age as a factor in evaluating disability claims. That would make it harder for older applicants, say 50 and up, to qualify because age has long been considered in determining whether someone can adapt to new work. If they remove or change that weighting, thousands could lose eligibility. It's not finalized yet, but worth watching closely. If you or someone you know has an ongoing SSDI claim or is nearing a disability application, getting things in order now is safer. It's worth noting that SSI and SSDI payments are also subject to the new no paper check rule, meaning your benefit must arrive electronically starting in October 2025. What about VA benefits? Veterans already receive their benefits, disability compensation, pensions, and others via direct deposit in almost all cases. However, with this federal shift, all VA payments will definitively fall under the digital requirement. There's also been speculation and social media rumors about a new $1,800 stimulus check for SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries in October 2025, but no official program or bill has been passed or announced at this time. If you see such claims on social media, email, or text messages, treat them with caution and confirm with trustworthy sources like SSA or VA offices. Okay, now let's turn to Medicare and how healthcare costs figure into this picture. As a reminder, Medicare provides health insurance primarily for people 65 and older or younger people with certain disabilities. Your Medicare premiums, deductibles, and cost sharing can change year to year, and sometimes that adjustment is tied to the Social Security COLA or other indexing. With inflation as it currently is, there's concern premiums could rise. Also, low-income seniors may qualify for Extra Help, a program under Medicare Part D that reduces prescription drug costs, or Medicare savings programs that help pay Part B or Part A costs. If your income changes or you get a bigger check next year, make sure you reevaluate whether you qualify for those programs because even a small extra benefit could help with medical expenses. Beyond that, some seniors may also rely on supplemental programs such as Medicaid, SNAP, food stamps, housing vouchers, and energy assistance, LIHEAP. Because SSI is considered income for many of those, a drop in your SSI benefit or a change in how in-kind support is counted could ripple into your eligibility for those supports. That's one more reason to monitor the proposed SSI rule changes around in-kind support, which could reduce SSI payments for those living with family. Let me give you some concrete examples and steps you can take. Suppose your Social Security monthly check today is $1,800. If the 2026 COLA lands at 2.7%, your check would go up by about $48.60 per month. But if you are still relying on a paper check, you must switch to direct deposit or a prepaid debit card, such as Direct Express, by October 2025, or risk missing or delaying that increased amount. If you receive SSI currently at $967 per month, a future change in in-kind support rules could reduce your benefit by $200 to $300 if you live with family and don't account for changes. If that change happens, your effective income would drop, impacting your ability to pay rent, medication, or utilities. If someone you know is applying for SSDI and is 55 or older, and their case relies on age being considered, you may want to file as soon as possible or get legal help now, because the new rule could shift the standard. If you're a veteran receiving VA compensation and your payments currently go into an account, you're already safe under the new rule. But if your VA benefits are not tied to direct deposit for some reason, double-check your payment method to ensure it meets the digital requirement. One more. Always guard against scams. With sweeping changes like banning paper checks, fraudsters will try to pretend to be from Social Security or the VA, demanding account or routing numbers. The government will not call and demand personal banking information. If you receive an unusual message, hang up and call your local SSA or VA office directly using a trusted phone number. For VA, confirm your benefits are going to a valid account. Keep an eye on the October announcement for COLA and adjust your budget immediately when it arrives. Before wrapping up, I want to say I understand that for many of you this is stressful. Living on fixed income means every dollar counts. But there is good news. This transition also has the potential to make payments safer, faster, and reduce fraud. The retroactive corrections for WEP and GPO means some of you are already seeing increases. And greater transparency means we can hold the system accountable. Please, in the comments, share. Are you still receiving paper checks? Have you already switched to direct deposit or Direct Express? Did you have trouble setting up an account? Knowing your experience helps others. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing or hitting the notification bell so you don't miss when the executive order takes effect this Friday. To wrap up, that executive order coming Friday will eliminate paper checks for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits, forcing all recipients into digital payment systems. The government shutdown is delaying the 2026 COLA announcement, and new rules under consideration could change eligibility standards for disability or SSI. Medicare costs, supplemental help, and other benefits may shift too. That's a lot of change all at once. So your next steps, log into or create your My Social Security account, confirm or update your direct deposit or prepaid card information, check your eligibility for extra Medicare help or savings programs, and if you're applying or have an active application for SSDI or SSI, get your medical and earnings evidence organized now. Also, stay alert to official announcements in mid-October regarding the new COLA. Reach out to your local Social Security or VA office if you hit roadblocks. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you took the time to learn what could affect your benefits, and I'm here to help you stay ahead of the changes. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you again soon.